Well, they're having another one of these arts and crafts festivals, t-shirts and stuff, kind of like Myrtle Beach. They have these kind of regular down here, especially in the spring and summer. Um, the last time I saw Kiana Parlor, speaking of the Serenade Show, like I did in my last video, I'll give you a sample of some of the stuff they got for sale. Poor dog is missing a leg. Um, it was about years ago in May. They had a festival, and her band, she was a girl singer in the Serenade Show. One of the girls singers. She was only about 18, 19 at that time. Incredible talent. Oh, man. And she's with a band now called Ranky Tanky. Like, just must have big t-shirts and crap. uh, they might have a band or some music later sometime. But anyway, her band was playing here, and I heard the music. And I was drawn to it, and I didn't even realize at first it was her until she started to introduce the band and herself. Oh my God, it's Kiana! And we got some selfies after that. They were having to pack up, go to the next place. I really don't miss. I didn't do a whole lot of that because I was either in the hotel bars or the Carolina Opry most of my career, except for those 2 years in that cult Agape Force ministry out in Texas, where actually I met Buddy and Julie Miller. Julie came first, and I picked her up from the airport. And Buddy came. He was a New York Jew. He came following her. He became a Christian. We had a band that was really good. After Silverwind, we had the keyboard player from Silverwind was our keyboard player. Julie had written some great songs. I wrote some good ones. There was a little art. Pretty good stuff. I know. Okay, some real art. Um, we had a band. We never did tour because we didn't have an album that's still running. Uh, here we got something. Just trying to get them in there. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty groovy, baby. We're getting into the art now. Some more. Anyway, we didn't have a record. And we did prison, college campuses, set up on the beach in Santa Monica and let people. Oh, wow, that's some cool stuff. Do you mind if I video this? Do you mind if I video your art? Do you mind if I video this? This is really good. Thank you. Um, we would do ministry events. We had a good sound. We had some great songs, and we were really into the ministry aspect of what we were doing. And the director of the ministry, Tony Salerno was his name, not the famous mafia guy, but he was Italian. And he was a cult leader, technically. And it came time for us to do our album. We had some good songs in our act, too, that were originals, and I had a chance to make a little money in royalties. Well, he decides to scratch all of our songs, having us learn these songs by Nashville writers to make it sound like Alabama. Copy their sound the way that Silverwind copied the sound of the European rock group ABBA. That's when I finally, after 2 years of only making $75 a week, plus room and board, I said, okay, I've had it. I took off, took my backpack, left my guitar, and hitchhiked back to North Carolina and eventually to Myrtle Beach. But I'm going to stop talking about my crazy past. It's just, Buddy and Julie have gone on to be famous, you know. A lot of people in my past have. Steve Bailey. Byron Hill was famous when I met him in '85. Well, that's the end of the action here. I'm going to sit my ass down on this chair over here. Uh, it was, you know, it started off as a kind of a legitimate, and during the Jesus movement, the late '70s, or late '60s, early '70s, some young hippie guy came. Tony was a youth pastor of some big church in LA. He had some music setting up here. Um, oh, we got to get out on the street and help these drug addicts. And they did start kind of have halfway houses, and they get guys on the streets with the guitars singing and preaching. And it started off kind of like that, helping out people. But by the time I came, they had made a bunch of money on their children's records, a music machine, a group called Candle that did worship and praise and some children's records. George Ann was a part of that group. Then they did the spinoff. Silverwind was a spinoff from the group Candle. They did pretty good financially, but by the time I got to the ministry, they were downsizing because it was sort of the era, you know, the hippie thing and the hippie Christians and all. Like Keith Green, he actually he didn't die on our ranch. We had his funeral when I first got there in '81, I guess it was. He'd been a big time Christian singer, piano player. We had a 500-acre ranch. They had all these Christian ministries out there. David Wilkerson, all these people had these. I think they got a tax break or something. But anyway, Keith took his family and friends up on his private plane on Thanksgiving that year to show them around the ranch. They overloaded the plane. Christian or not, the law of karma or the law of gravity won out. They crashed. Everybody got killed. And I'm still a bit somewhat skeptical. I hate to get off too much talking about this. You know, um, I'm a Christian. I believe I'm waiting on the rapture and all, but I get a little tired of watching those people on TikTok any day now. But I'm not going to get off on that subject. I'm going to keep walking and see if there is some music. But yeah, it looks like somebody's setting up. I'm not going to probably sit and wait till them to actually start playing. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, anyway, there's a little tour of some of the activity here in Raleigh. Well, I don't know. I might go back and watch. I'm not going to videotape it. I'll talk to y'all later.